What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about some of my favorite things I've purchased on Etsy. I have found some of my favorite things I own on there, and I like to try to give some small shops, some small businesses some love, and this is one way I can do that. I like watching Etsy favorites videos here on YouTube. In fact, one of my favorite YouTubers, Taylor Wynn, just did one as well. I can link hers below. So I'm going to share with you guys the mix of things that I have. Some of these I feel like you are gonna want. Warning. But some of them you might be like, oh my gosh, that'd be a really good gift for someone for their birthday or for whatever. So let's dive in. I'll have links to all of the shops and stuff that I mentioned down below. Hopefully everything I'm mentioning is still being sold. I was kind of double checking and I'm pretty sure everything I mentioned is still actively being sold. So let's start with one of my favorite things that I just don't take off. I wear them every day. And it's these 3 different bracelets that I bought. I bought each one separately, but they're all from the same shop called Mermaid House Jewelry. And I just love them. I kind of want to buy some more in silver and just kind of have a mix on here because sometimes I'm wearing gold, sometimes I'm wearing silver. I kind of like mixing them anyway, but I just think these are so pretty. I know when you order them, you can get like extenders, but they seem pretty high quality. They're not like turning on me. And honestly, like you're not supposed to shower and sweat in them. And I do. And they still look really good. So I'm not saying they're going to last you like 5 years if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, but I'm just saying so far so good. Actually, and now that I'm saying that, I want to hop on and see if they do sell them in silver. So it says it's 18 karat gold filled. If you were kind of curious about like what it's actually made of. But I know that you can get them, I just got them in the original like length, but you can get them in longer lengths if you take the time to like measure your wrist. If you know you sometimes need a bigger bracelet, you can get that, which I think is really cool. They sell some of them in sets, so I just feel like the whole shop is really neat. Yeah, so they have 18 karat gold fill bracelets, they have 14 karat gold filled bracelets, they have necklaces. It looks like they're all gold though, so I might not be able to get the silver ones I want, but oh boy, now I'm looking at them, I'm seeing other bracelets that look really pretty. So definitely worth looking for if you're wanting a slightly nicer bracelet without like legitimately spending a lot of money on it. I think you'd be very happy with them the way I am. Now I like to also throw on my Target bracelet there. We are dealing with dirty hair, so it's in a pony. Just bear with me here. I feel like the genie / is it Return of Jafar? Maybe it's when Jafar is a genie and he has like the ponytail on top. For whatever reason, sometimes that is exactly how I feel. So I know not everyone is a Disney lover that's watching this, but if you do like Disney and Disney World specifically, one of my favorite new items, I haven't gotten to wear it yet, is this Main Street USA sweatshirt. Oh my gosh, it just looks like one of those kind of like high fashion like sweatshirts, but the fact that it says Main Street USA it just makes my heart dance. It's a Hanes Ecosmart Sweatshirt. I got mine in medium, so I did technically size up. I pretty much always size up with things like sweatshirts because I want them to fit looser and like more comfortably, and this one fits exactly the way I want, so I would definitely recommend sizing up one time. The challenge will be to keep this bad boy clean. We'll see, but I just think this is incredible both to wear around the house, but also when we go to Disney. This is a great like in the evening if it's cooler depending on the time of year, just to toss this on and have it. So I love it. Okay, this is like top tier favorite thing I've ever purchased on Etsy, and it is this matte black tumbler with like this leopard print on it. This is something you definitely want to hand wash. Even the lid is matte black, like it's so pretty. I love having iced coffee or iced water in here. And what's cool is as I was poking around, I got just the matte black with the black decals on it. You can get different color decals on the matte black, and they have so many different options. So if you wanted like a neon pop, they had some that were more like metallic looking, and so there's a lot of options and they all look really cool. So if you're in need of a new tumbler and you want something slightly different, I think you'd love it. But like I said, just keeping in mind, you definitely want to hand wash this. You do not want to run this through the dishwasher. So I have 2 different masks I've bought on there I wanted to mention. One, probably my favorite, are these. They're made of this like soft jersey knit, and they are the most comfortable masks I own. I only own 2. I own this one in the black and white stripe, and then I own the pink and white stripe. That one's my favorite. It's dirty. That would be why, because it's my favorite. They're so comfortable. They don't feel crazy hot and sweaty. They're lightweight, and I just love how flexible they are. So those you buy individually, they're like a couple bucks each, but then I got this set of these like kind of tie-dye-esque pastel ones. These aren't quite as, I don't want to say they're not as comfortable because they are, but they're not nearly as flexible. But I liked that you could get a set of them and they actually stay out. So if you don't like things like coming into your mouth the way that other one would, you might like this one because it doesn't come in a crazy amount, just a little bit when you watch me breathe. You know what I mean? So that is nice that it kind of keeps that structure. They're not very flexible this way either though. So if it doesn't fit your ears, these aren't gonna fit you because you can't make them any bigger. And I don't think I have a huge face and they're already kind of cutting it close to me, like for them to be able to fit. So anyway, but I really like the colors. It also has a pink one, which again is dirty. I clearly like pink. I feel like I'm going really fast. Slow down, Jess. There is no race. Okay, so I recently got this new soap dispenser and dish soap dispenser. I don't have them here, but I'll show you a clip right now. I love these so much. They make my kitchen sink look so classy and clean and just kind of trendy. I feel like they were a little pricey for what they were, but when I got them, they are really well made. I don't feel like they're gonna break anytime soon. And I just love that you can get like the white ones like I got, you can get the gold top like I got, but they also have black ones. They have every combination you can think of when it comes to like white, black, gold, and silver. And if you look on their page, you'll see like I was really torn between the ones I chose and the ones that are like black because those are really pretty too. They also have like the amber glass. So if you're wanting to kind of dress up, whether it's your kitchen sink or maybe a bathroom sink, this is a way to do that. Then you could just buy one of those big things of soap and be able to refill it as you need. Kind of a random one, and I haven't hung them up yet. They're very new to me, but it is this set of watercolor prints. These are so beautiful. I feel like they're gonna look so nice here. My plan is to have them behind my couch here, so you might see some of it. And sometimes I film like on the couch, so then you'd see it a little better. But they're just so beautiful. I love the combination of colors. These frames I got at Target to fit them, and so I can link the exact frames. They were not expensive at all. I did take the glass out of the frames though, just because I know if I'm ever filming, sometimes light bounces off it and reflects weird. So I just feel like these are so beautiful, and I love supporting artists any way I can. And Etsy makes it really easy to like support people that are making their own art. You know what I mean? So I thought that was cool, but I love that set. They have so many different floral prints on there. I was just like, not just from this shop, but just generally on Etsy. So you can find anything you want on there. That is for sure. All right, this would mark the third time I've talked about this sweatshirt, but it's this Herbology sweatshirt. I love it so much. If you love Harry Potter, you probably know it's just a class that they take at Hogwarts. And I just love that. I love that it's kind of under the radar Harry Potter, and they have it in this light pink, but I saw today they have it in like white, a light gray. The light gray is really cute. And then like, I think like a maroon red and like a true red. So different options, but I just think it's so, I just love it. And every time I've ever worn that, I get a lot of questions and compliments on it because if you love Harry Potter, like you notice something like that, you know? Okay, so I get a lot of my Apple Watch bands now on Etsy. I used to get them a lot on Amazon, but I've just found such cool ones on Etsy. This is one I really like that I recently got. It's Velcro, which is like such a childhood sound, the sound of Velcro. Listen to that. Makes me think of like Velcro shoes, Velcro wallet. But anyway, this one is great. It comes in a million colors. It is not expensive, but it's perfect for like working out. And so I like it just for regular days too. Obviously I'm wearing it that way, but it's really great for working out. It feels a lot more comfortable to wear than the original silicone ones that I typically have, like that comes with the Apple Watch. So I really like that, and they had a million colors if you're looking for it. Another one I love that I cannot find for the life of me, I just had it like last week and I cannot find it anywhere, is this one. I'll pop a picture on the screen. It is my favorite. If I can't find it, and it was starting to get a little wear and tear because I was wearing it to work out in, which was not a good idea, which is why I finally bought this. But anyway, now I've lost it. I feel like it makes my Apple Watch look more like jewelry and more like an everyday piece than just like a big honkin' Apple Watch. I don't know. I can't explain it other than that. Highly recommend if you've been looking at Apple Watch bands for the longest time and you really haven't found one you love, that might be the one for you, and they have a lot of different colors too. So this is one I have to talk quietly about because my husband's in the other room and I got it for him for his birthday. So my husband loves to read, and he has a lot of books that he collects. Like as he reads them, he likes to keep them. So we have them on bookshelves, but it's this stamp that says like from the library of, and then their name. They have so many different kinds on Etsy and they are awesome. You can get self-inking ones. You can get ones that are like more classic, like a wooden stamp with the stamp pad. And so he can just stamp it on the inside cover of all of his books, and they all have his little stamp on them. And I just think that's such a neat gift idea. I mean, tooting my own horn, I guess, but it really is for someone that you know loves books or collects books, whatever. So I just wanted to throw that one into the mix because I know he's gonna love it. I'm so excited to give it to him. So another thing I got, and I will say I do think it's pricey for what you're getting. And so there are other options on Etsy. but it's this little like Milestone Keepsake Kit. And what I mean by that is it comes with a decal of your child, let's say your child's name, and then file folders. And it comes with the labels for each one so that you can keep their keepsakes organized. So whether it's papers or like art they drew you that you're like, I don't know what to do with this. What we've kind of learned, she just turned 3. What we've learned this first 3 years is to be a little more selective about which art of hers we keep and to make sure we write on it, how old she was when she made it or the date, but putting that in those file folders and then we've got it forever. The reason I say this is pricey for what it is you don't get the actual, at least for the specific one I bought, you don't get the actual tote to put it all in. They do recommend like which size to get. And so I went ahead and bought it. It was like $13 on Walmart's website. So it wasn't a big deal, but it was just kind of one of those things that I'm like, this is a little pricey for what it is, but the idea is there. So if you can find one on Etsy that you love, I really think it's such a unique idea. I just have it at the top of her closet. I can pull it down, add things to it as I need to. And then for future kids, I can buy the same kit and just kind of keep that going. So the other reality is a lot of you guys joked when I posted on my Instagram that you guys were like, oh, you're going to need a lot more room than that. Because it's technically like from birth to like, 12th grade or, whatever. But I also have like a separate tote for like larger things, like her very first Lovey. That's going to go in there. That's not going to fit in, you know what I mean? That kind of file folder system. So just something to keep in mind, but I really think it's unique and I love it. I think it's a nice way to keep it organized and it's pretty. So another thing my husband and I got were these bread bags. They're linen, and a lot of like bread people recommend these kinds of bags to hold like homemade bread in. And so my husband does make bread. He is amazing at it. If you've seen our vlogs, you know. These bags, we've realized we liked them and they're really cool looking and they're exactly what like people recommend to get. But we realized with your bread, you have to put it like wherever you've cut the bread, that cut side, you put it in the bag and then put the cut side down wherever you're storing it. That way the crust stays crusty, but the inner part still stays somewhat soft. So that's something, it's kind of been a learning curve as we had them. I can't say yet whether or not I would like 100% recommend them because we're still kind of tweaking with it. But again, they're so cute. I mean, honestly, even if you just took it and you just stuck your bread that's in a bag into it just to be cuter, I know that's like a little extra, but I'm just saying, I think they're really cute. All right, so if you love Hamilton, I think I mentioned this in my like small business gift guide in December of last year, but they sell a lot of really cool Hamilton, the musical like mugs and stuff, they, like everything under the sun. But one that I bought for a white elephant was this one that's the King George from the musical / history. And it just says da 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 all over it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. And actually my nephew who likes Hamilton ended up with it and it was perfect. I was just so happy that he was the one that got it. So anyway, just a fun little like extra thing if you love Hamilton. There's a lot on there. And another little tip, I know like when I'm filming this, it's literally June, but thinking towards Christmas, I wanted to buy some like nice wooden like Christmas signs and like a nice card holder and something for our mantle made of wood. And so I was like, I don't mind spending a little extra if it's gonna be like handmade and if it's gonna be something we have for decades and decades, right? Well, my fault, I waited until like December to order this kind of stuff, maybe even end of November. And so many of these shops were already backlogged with orders. So I know this is like way ahead of time, but if you're someone that you're thinking about getting some nice Christmas decor like I was, those kinds of things, I would say order sooner, way sooner than you think you might want them. That way you've got them ready to go at the beginning of the holiday season. Another thing I've given as a gift that I loved was an address stamp. So kind of similar to like the book stamps I was just talking about. But these would have, the last name or whatever, and then their address, and they can just stamp it on. Instead of buying stickers that you stick on every time, I think these are so cute and really good like housewarming gift for someone. We've gotten that for a couple people in our lives just because it's useful. And if they've got a new home, they're probably excited to, have that kind of a thing. So just wanted to throw that one in there anyway, even though I don't have it to show you. We actually don't own one. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, now I want one. So maybe I'll ask for that for Christmas or something. Anywho, I hope that this was fun to watch. I know I love Amazon and I shop on Amazon all the time, but I do want to give love to small businesses because I do in my own life buy from both Amazon and small businesses. That's just, I think, the way it is for a lot of us. So I like to give love where I can. And so I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out my small business gift guide video, I did it last year, but everything I'm pretty sure is still being sold and it all still applies. I'll put that video down below because there's just a lot of cool stuff on there that's not Christmas specific at all. It's just really cool stuff on Etsy that would make also great gifts. So thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope that you'll subscribe. I do upload 3 videos a week. I do lifestyles and vlogs and beauty videos, all kinds of stuff. And I'd love to have you join our little family here, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.